Hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about. I'm Ben Mandelker, and joining me today on this wicked premiere day, it's Ronnie Karam. Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, you sound a little low.
I am low.
Blue.
I am low. You know, here's what happened. I moved back to LA. I was like, I can't wait to be around my gay friends. So I get here. I'm like, hey, does any gay person want to go see Wicked? No, not even the girls will go. I mean, what the hell? I told them, screw you guys. I'm going to go alone like a loser, and then I'm going to go talk to other gays who will do Wicked things with me. And then one of them's like, well, at least it's not Frozen, because fuck that. You don't like Frozen too? Who are we? Like, I'm burning it down. I'm burning it all down. Fuck those people. You're no longer my friends, okay? I'm going to go see Elphaba and her journey.
Yeah, well, Ronnie, I'm really upset for you. I would see it with you, except I just don't have time, and I'm going to the East Coast on Sunday, and I don't have time between now and Sunday to see Wicked.
Okay, I don't want pity Wicked. Pity Wicked.
That's what Laura said on Sexy Unique podcast. She was I just saw a clip of her, which everyone should go listen to because we love Lars and Carrie. But she just had a clip up where she was like, I talked so much shit about Wicked that no one invited me to go see Wicked. And don't people realize
that's funny,
when me talking shit about Wicked means I desperately want to go see Wicked.
Oh, maybe
you should actually reach out to Lars. I can reach out to her. Yeah, reach out to Lars.
In a while. Yeah, we need a little date.
Oh my
I haven't even seen her.
I haven't seen her since pre-pandemic.
I don't even like you. What if she doesn't even like me now? I don't know.
Maybe not, but whatever. I say just reach out to her, and I'm gonna have the biggest FOMO if you two go and see Wicked, and I'm left out. I'm so mad already at this theoretical plan.
Oh my gosh! Well, we had Friendsgiving at Ben's house last night, and it was amazing. It was so good. You guys, Ben is the new Ina. I can't believe how far you've come with that cooking. It's gorgeous. That is photo worthy shit right there that you did. I took pictures of you dressing that turkey.
Oh, good, because I forgot to take any photos
on the OC, like doing people's hair and stuff. Except your housewife was a turkey.
I make so many funny faces when I cut into a turkey. Anytime people show me pictures of me cutting into turkey, I do these things. I curl my lower lip down. I'm like, my concentration face is wild. And so I'm excited to see what sort of distorted faces I made cutting that turkey.
Yeah, it was hard to get really good angles because, there's so many people there, and I don't want to be like, move, trying to get an angle. Because everyone's so nice,
Yeah, well, I was really glad
I did tell someone to fuck off at the end of the night. But he told me, guys, I made some chocolate pecan pie, but I suggest you only have a tiny, tiny little sliver. And I was like, fuck off. Don't tell me what to do. Don't get between me and a pie. I was like, God, that was so violent. I was driving home and I was like, why'd you get so violent? But then I thought, because he tried to get in between me and a pie. He's lucky he didn't lose a damn hand.
You were 100% valid in your feelings. And everyone was very amused. No, and you made some great mac and cheese. Ronnie is the mac and cheese master. And you know what really makes me upset, Ronnie? At the end of the night, I was so full. I didn't even want to deal with gathering things together. And I think I forgot to save a little portion of your mac and cheese for myself. And I'm really upset about it.
Come on.
Yeah. Because I don't know if you saw, I was like standing. I honestly was like, I just want everyone to go. I'm so full. Like, my least favorite part about Friendsgiving is the divvying up of the leftovers at the end because it takes a very long time. And at that point, I'm so full. I don't even want to look at the food. I don't want to consider what I'm going to eat. I just want to like flop down somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever, you guys just take all the food. And then the next day I'm like, but I forgot to pack up the mac and cheese.
Yeah, I regret it a lot because I didn't take anything. I took a biscuit, but of course I didn't even make it in the car ride. I ate the whole thing in 2 seconds. But yeah, that was great. Today is the end. We'll probably talk about that Thanksgiving food and probably some Black Friday shopping on Amazon that's starting. So maybe we'll do that for the bonus, which will be coming up after this.
Yes, please.
But for right now, it's the end of an era. It's Real Housewives of Orange County reunion part 3, the very end of season 18. It's episode 20. Great season. Big shockers at the end.
Not really,
no. But they tried to sell it. I was like, you don't need this. You don't need this big shocker. No. It was good how it was. They're like, but we need Shannon to sob one more time. I was like, but she did sob at the end. It ended with her sobbing. They're like, no, we need Shannon to sob again. Okay.
Yeah. It was a very good final episode for the season. So we see all sorts of stuff, and Andy's like, tonight, so he turned into Todd.
What happened to Andy?
He turned into Todd from Salt Lake City. By the way, oh wait, I have to say one thing. Last night, this has nothing to do with Orange County, but has to do with Salt Lake City since I just invoked it. Last night, as I was full and getting into bed, I don't know what, someone, maybe it was Joe Gunn on Twitter, he tweeted something about Brittany Bateman from Salt Lake City, and I like went down a Brittany Bateman hole because you had mentioned like, oh, I saw her sing and she's really good, so I was like, I want to see her singing. I found a video that she had posted that had 200 views to her 4 subscribers, and it was Brittany as Pocahontas singing "Colors of the Wind."
That's a beautiful song. Was it problematic?
Song.
Is it problematic? Sure, but you know,
hey, same writer, song. Stephen Schwartz hits again. It's a big weekend for Stephen Schwartz.
He's really good with those ballads.
He is really good.
The rest of the songs, not great. I have to say, but he's good with those soaring ballads for sure.
I have to say, there's something about seeing Brittany in like a bit like dressed sort of like stereotypical indigenous person, like with like a buckskin kind of dress and the long black wig and the little feather in the hair. I was like, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. This is like Brittany Bateman as Pocahontas. I was like, what is this world? This is amazing.
Very like colors of the wind. Ding, 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 ding. I'm sorry, everybody. John has returned to me, everybody. John, it's official. John took me to Costco, and we are now official. Okay, back to the song.
Have you ever seen a wolf cry at the blue corn moon? No, seriously, have you? Because I haven't. I wasn't invited.
Have you ever seen an Osmond in a Costco with a ring? Yeah, Brittany. Just look up Brittany Miss Saigon. That's her Miss Saigon number.
Yeah, I watched that.
That was really good. That was fine.
It was good.
Yeah,
but Pocahontas, I really recommend it.
Yeah. You know, I've been a Stephen Schwartz star before. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I played the role of Adam in Children of Eden in Austin, Texas, and it was a banger. I mean, it was pretty good. I got to sing one of his soaring monologues and nailed it. I was a very bad actor, though, because I had to be serious.
I saw Stephen Schwartz actually perform Colors of the Wind because his daughter, I went to school with his daughter, and so he came to the school and he played it on a piano.
Well, I will be playing. Really? That's actually pretty amazing.
It's amazing. And of course I was like, ugh. I'm friends. I mean, like, it wasn't like, I'm not saying ugh to Stephen Schwartz, but I was just like, I want to do something else right now. Meanwhile, it's like,
no one loves when someone comes in and starts playing the piano. And I'm one of the people who's learned how to play the piano, and I don't even put my friends through that, I'm not going to do that to you guys. Okay, really, you know what? Singing. We need to do this because we're here for Real Housewives of Orange County. We're 9 minutes in. Like, we're acting like it's over. Okay, it's not over.
Every single person in this cast has come up to me saying I could never do what you're doing right now, which is wear very tight Spanx. Andy, I am in pain. Honestly, please, can we wrap this up?
Filming in this situation with Alexis Bellino. And Alexis is like, well, you know what, Shannon? It's not easier for me to be in here. She's like, you did it, but you're the one who came here. She's like, well, so did you. You could have easily not signed your contract. Fuck off, Alexis.
I know.
Who's not going to sign their contract because you're coming to work? You're like a 5-minute housewife anyway. Get out of here. And so Shannon's like, this is my job. I've been here for 10 years, Alexis. And that's when Alexis is like, oh, well, I've been on TV for 15 years and 5 different shows, including Below Deck, including Say Yes to a Dress,
including a gas pump at your local Shell station.
Including Wicked Tuna. You were not on Wicked Tuna. John used to watch that. Well, I stood in front of the TV while John watched it, and I said, I'm a tuna. Do not try to catch me. Defying gravity. Okay, it's not about tuna fish. Sing Wicked. Okay. Sit down, Alexis.
Andy, let me just say, no good deed goes unpunished. So Shannon's like, oh, so you're a TV star. Wow, that's right. In case you may have noticed at self-checkout in Target, they always put me up on the TVs. That's a security monitor, and everyone's on those. Still counts.
I've been on television for 15 years. I'm television's Fraser Crane. Sit down, Alexis. Sit your ass down. So then Shannon goes, oh, Heather, let's pull up our IMDb. And Heather's like, let's not throw shade at the IMDb.
IMDb is actually producing television programs now, and I'm hoping to book one. So let's be very nice to the organization.
But just so we're all clear, that was actress Heather Dubrow showing that she has comedic range. Ha ha ha! Welcome to Happy's Place.
We call that a back call. So Shannon's like, oh, God. So Alexis is like, you are so bitter, Shannon.
Alexis, I don't want to talk about you anymore.
You're so bitter.
You're so bitter.
Alexis, I don't want to talk about you anymore. Get married. Congratulations. You guys are perfect for each other.
You know what? Stop talking about me. You're obsessed with John.
No one is obsessed with John, you weirdo, except you. And you're the first and last person to be obsessed with John, okay? And Shannon's like, I do not talk about you. She goes, oh, then why does his name ever come out of your mouth? You don't need to talk about him. And Andy's like, well, if he's suing her, or even...
Oh, yeah, well, she said his teeth and his bad knees, that he can't walk upstairs. And then and then she zooms in on his shoes. Like, get over us. Like, move on. And she's like, oh, no, they said that all they said was that he has a bigger smile, and it was because of his new teeth. And then we see the new teeth, at which point Emily goes, new teeth!
I got new teeth too in my hip. Now my hip eats tacos out of my purse. New hip eating tacos out of my purse. Oh.
This just in. My hip is a lawyer, and it passed the bar way faster than Shane ever did. New hip, legal hip.
So Alexis is like, well, maybe he's smiling because he's finally happy. Maybe that's why. And Shannon's like, oh my God, I can't. I cannot.
All right, Shannon. Hayden from the sewer says, Shannon, well, good to see you got out for a little bit of light. Says Shannon, you said the most important thing to John is people thinking he's a good guy. How do you think he coached Alexis into creating that narrative?
Well, I would like Gina to answer that question because she said she talked to Alexis and said, I have my own relationship with John, and he didn't speak very kindly to me at this party. Could you please show the footage of John cursing off Gina one more time, just for old time's sake?
And then we see the flashback of John Jansen going, who the fuck does she think she is? And Shannon being like, oh, okay, sweetie. Okay, be quiet. Mama will get you a new pair of shoes. I need you to smile more, John. Would you like some new teeth? Vicky's like, I'm not doing it again. Okay.
Never again. Never again.
Buy your own teeth, John. Good job.
So then now it's time for some unseen footage where I guess Gina was talking to Alexis about this time when John said that. And Alexis is like, you know what? Gina, even though I wasn't there yet, like he had not eaten at all that day and he was like very hungry. And Gina's like, no, but there's always someone out there protecting this man and saying how important he is. Well, maybe that's because he's a good fucking guy. You ever think about that?
Of all the rumors we've heard of John Jansen on this show, we've heard of him drunk, being dragged off of a golf course. We've heard him multiple. I mean, I could sit here for days. Not one single rumor was John Jansen is a good guy. Literally, nobody has ever said that except you and Shannon when she was still under the spell of Al Gore. When she still thought that one of those hanging chads might turn and Al had a chance at the presidency, maybe. But that shit's over, Alexis. Nobody's ever said that before.
Yeah. So we come back and Alexis is like, you know, when I first got with Gian, like Shannon, there were like so many negative things being said about him. And like I Googled his name, but like once I fell in love, I like Googled him and like all the negative things that you lied about, like they all like came out. And she was like, well, I never said anything. I cried some things, but I never said anything.
She goes, well, ask him. Well, John's a fucking liar, so why would we ask John anything anyway? And yeah. Shannon's like, in fact, I defended John. I defended John. And so we see a flashback to last season's reunion where Shannon's wig was about to walk away from her, for one thing. Yikes, that hair. And Heather was like, well, when Emily said he called you a pig and said you were fat, and Shannon's like, wait. Let me just say, he would wake up. What? Wait. And Heather's like, may I finish? He would call you a pig. My turn.
Still me. I love her. Still me.
My turn.
My turn.
Well, when we slept together, and then Andy's like, well, yeah, you did stand up for him, yeah. And Gina's like, yeah, you've always standed up for him. Always.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about how I'm going to have to spend the next 9 months randomly going, my turn.
My turn. You've had your turn. Quit talking.
Still me. Yeah, they were like, yeah, Shannon, you spent all of last season actually defending John. And Andy's like, yeah, she was defending him to the death. And when the other women were saying, this isn't good, you shouldn't be in. And like, it seemed like if you would forgive him, that you confided in things in all of them about your relationship. I'm sorry, if you'll forgive me, it seems like you confided things about your relationship to all the women that you didn't want on the show. Is that correct? So, well, the only thing that I confided with all these women is that I had an unhealthy relationship with buying Ferragamo shoes for John Jansen. Couldn't stop doing it.
Yeah, all I said was that I buy him things, and I have the receipts. I have purses and purses full of receipts on paper, which is the only receipts that count. And
she's like, does anyone need me? I heard my buzzword. Does anyone need me to finish the phrase?
And then what else? What else? Oh, and then you say, Alexis, oh, I keep getting shit on. How did you get shit on? How did I shit on you, Alexis? Now, not literally, because I probably did shit on some people in this season. We all know that I've had a rough season with my poo-poo. Are we going to have a segment about my poo-poo? It's been years. We need to discuss
Shannon, this isn't about me, okay? I'm in the middle of this because of the lies you keep on continuing, okay?
I don't understand what her lies are. Listen here, sister, I'm a lawyer.
I want to talk to her, and Emily, you need to butt out. She's like, really? Because you get to butt in all the time with your not size 12 butt.
Nope. Okay, hold on. Well, I'd like to speak to her. Well, I need to speak with Shannon alone. He's like, I need to speak with her as kind of my job. And she's like, we did have forensic accounting, and you did not pay for everything, Shannon. We had the numbers. So if you'd like to bring yours, I have the numbers, Shannon. I have the numbers.
Oh, well, then I will compare my numbers with John's numbers.
No, I have the numbers, though, of every year, the 365 days, like we had to do it. It's like, Gina's like, why?
Alexis, who's not really interested in suing Shannon for a second time, even though she had nothing to do with the first time, even though there's proof that she did. And she has no desire to sue her for the second time, even though she's collecting evidence for 365 days and hiring forensic accountants with John. You fucking liar, Alexis. Just go away, you sad fucking woman. I can't wait to watch you just fade the fuck out. I don't mean death. I mean a nice long life in Orange County of being ignored, okay? And I hope they keep checking in on you every 10 years and you're in a smaller and smaller house and your wigs get cheaper and cheaper until you're just all shriveled up and you got nothing left. You've got the worst karma of anybody I've ever seen. And that's saying something. It's been a rough few months over here. Fuck off, lady.
And then when you walk into Trader Joe's with your hair all tangled up and people look at you, they'll say, that woman there, she used to be a trampoline park owner. They won't even say it used to be on TV.
And she bungled it.
I also love how she's saying, like, I don't want to be in the middle of this, Shannon. And then she's like, I have all the numbers. It's like, you actually you deeply want to be in the middle of it. And I love to blame the man for everything. And I completely blame John Jansen for this whole thing. But like the fact that it did not become litigious until Alexis came into the picture makes me do a little side eye towards her a bit, I have to say. And then later on, when John, jumping way ahead, when John's saying like he only will show these incriminating videos to Shannon, the only person he'll show, and Alexis pipes in and goes, and only if I'm in the room. I'm like, I think we all know who that, like, Alexis is like behind closed doors. She's like, you know what, Gianni Jansen? I don't like the way that she's talking about you. And I think that, like, you need to sue her. You should sue her because it's not right, John. I think that she is a voice in his ear. I do put like 99% of the blame on him, but I think that Alexis should not be discounted in this situation.
Ultimately the blame is him because it's him doing it, but it's her doing it. For her to be like, what? This is crazy. I just happened to come back on your show and happened to start dating your guy and happened to start attacking you. Like, even if even if she's saying that Tamara didn't bring her on the show or whatever they're going with that, which we find out the truth today, which is even weirder. Or well, I wouldn't call it the truth, but we find out that Emily, Tamara's like, you're the one who brought her on the show. And Emily's like, no, I regret it. So that's coming up later. But no matter what it was, she still was like, oh, that guy used to date Shannon from Real Housewives, and I'm meeting him inside The Quiet Woman. I'm totally going to date that guy to try and get back on the show. You're just so transparent, you know? Like I can't.
Yeah.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
So then Alexis is like, John spent $350,000 on this relationship before he even paid the $75,000 in loans. And so Andy's like, well, then why didn't you sue her for more?
$350,000. He lives in a shoebox. What? $350 on what? Where's your receipts, miss? I've got bags and bags of receipts. Go ahead. You've been doing forensic accounting for 365 days. Where is it?
Yeah. And Alexis is like, well, he only wants the loan back. He's not going to try to go tit for tat for what he bought. This is the definition of tit for tat.
Did she mention that? He wants his tits back. Okay, give him those.
Yeah, you cannot say he wants money back for plastic surgery and say it's not literally tit for tat.
He bought her tits and offered to buy her tats.
So Gina's like,
So why didn't he take the offer? And Shannon's like, well, when I offered him the money, like, why didn't you take it?
and Alexis is like, well, you did not. First of all, you didn't offer it. That's like another lie that you're doing. Everyone's like, what are you talking about, Alexis?
It doesn't even make any sense. And Emily's like, how is that another lie? She offered the full amount. I'm a lawyer. And Alexis is like, no, you offered $15,000 with something like it was a 3-year payment plan. And Emily just starts yelling across the room, loans are paid back in payment plans.
It's such a ridiculous thing for Alexis to state that even Katie like powers on for a moment and goes, are all loans paid back in payment plans in the legal system? Okay, back to golf.
And Jen's like, I don't know because no one's paying me back on loans. So what do I know?
They're just in their own corner. They're like, the storm has passed for them and now they can just enjoy it.
Jen's so funny to me. And the thing is, she never even tries, you know? She's just like, yeah,
Jen is
no one
great.
pays me back. It's really sad. I'll tell you what, if I ever got a payment plan, I'd say, thank you so much, payment plan. Thank you.
Jen is wonderful. I feel like, well, when the crappies come around, obviously it's the public is going to winnow down the group, but I feel like Jen is going to get a Bravo Celebrity of the Year nomination.
I hope so.
Yeah. And I'm not saying I'm going to influence the vote, but people, you should vote for her.
You're an influencer. I'll give you $10 to talk about my coffee. My Starbucks my Ronnie Bucks that I just made. Why am I unpacking Amazon packages while we're recording? I'm so sorry.
I'm so
jealous. Have you ever heard the term, if you see it, you'll eat it? That's true, by the way. I did learn that. I'm sorry to bring up Weight Watchers again. I won't talk about it at length, but that just means if you have food, don't leave it on your counter. If you have candy and you leave it on the counter, you're going to eat it. You're going to see it and you're going to eat it. So I have an Amazon package on my desk and I'm eating it. No, I'm unpacking it. Okay, point is, if a tree falls in the woods, who's going to open my Amazon packages for me?
An even larger question is, have you ever seen a wolf cry at the Blue Corner?
I love that fucking song.
So
okay, so Emily, she offered the full amount. And Shannon's like, why don't you look at the emails? Apparently your business. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you too busy shooting television shows for 15 years? Liar. Flippin'. I'm sorry. I meant to say flippin'. That's my word. I would never say the F word. To me, the F word is flippin'.
All right, well, Alexis, Charmin from Paper Towels says, when you posted your engagement announcement on social media, there was a photo that appeared to have lemons in a bowl in the background, and then John seemed to be wearing Ferragamos, and there was a big banner in the background that said, fuck Shannon Bedore. Why would you go out of your way to be so petty and take a dig at Shannon?
And then we see a flashback. Donty, 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 don. And it's Shannon going, David, there are lemons in the refrigerator, David. Why can't I use these lemons from the bowl? Those are feng shui lemons, David. There need to be 9 lemons in there at all times. Why are you running? Why are you running towards that blonde woman? David, get back here and put that lemon back.
Alexis is like, I don't even know what the lemons even mean. Like, he's got like 5 to 10 Ferragamos. Like, I don't see what the big deal is about any of this. So Shannon's like, well, he should buy some new shoes. And by the way, Heather, they were not on sale. They were like $895. She's like, still me. It was my interview. I just Googled it.
My turn.
My turn. May I respond now? Is it my turn to respond? My turn. I Googled it. That was the price. Still me of when I looked at it.
And then Alexis is like, but Shannon, I bought him $800 shoes too. And I don't sit there and talk about what I bought from. You just did, first of all. And second of all, why is everybody buying John $1,000 shoes? And you guys don't see anything wrong with this? Fuck this guy. It's disgusting.
The point is, it's not about like that Shannon's bragging about this. She is supporting her case that she bought a lot of shit for John. And then when John buys something for her, he all of a sudden wants the money back. And it's tacky.
Also,
and it's
how
gross.
stupid is Alexis to say that on national TV when you know Jim Bellino is standing over there with a little notebook in his hand? Like, oh, she spent $800 on shoes for John, did she? But Mark.
Yeah.
I hope he takes that to court and gets some of her money taken away.
Well, Alexis is like, I bought him $800 shoes. And Kitty goes, they weren't on sale.
Oh, really? Well, he didn't even know what Ferragamo was before he met me. He said, the Hulk makes shoes. I said, no, that's Lou from Bring It Out. God damn it. Also, Shannon really needs to stop with the lemons because I think they're calling the wrong things into her life. Like, she's creatively visualizing this perfect feng shui, but you're using lemons as an example, and you've dated 2 now. Okay, let's just get the lemons out.
I think the feng shui is not working. I think someone put it in upside down.
Is it feng or feng? I never know.
I don't know. Fen. I think it's actually fen. Is it fen?
Fen?
Feng shui?
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Probably like
either way, whatever it is, it's not working out.
It's probably like Phil Shui. I'm like, oh God.
She crossed the wires a little bit. You need to. What you got to do is, it's like a car battery. You got to put the one cable into this side and the one cable into that side. If you do it the wrong way, you'll get a spark and explode. And she just plugged it in all wrong. So she has to take it down and redo it because it's all out of order. Is your dump truck here, Ronnie? Ronnie's expecting a dump truck.
Just a normal.
Ronnie's expecting a visual metaphor of Alexis Bellino to arrive anytime.
That's why I keep talking about taking out the trash and using Alexis. It's it's an actual dump truck. So I don't know. People are moving cars. I hear beeping. I hear things. I don't know. So let's see. So then she's like, "Oh, really? Well, where's the $10,000 necklace and the Louis Vuittons?" He's not scrutinizing, and she's like, "He did not buy me a $10,000 necklace. How dare you?" She's like, we have it in the account. We have it. I hate being put in the middle of this, which is why I'm saying we, because it's my account too.
I know.
We have it, Shannon. We have it.
He gave me a shitty necklace from something called the Prism Collection. I don't even know what that is.
Sandy is like,
you're welcome. This is Lisa Barlow. You're welcome for the gift. Okay.
all right, well, Elphaba from Oz says, Heather, last year you threw John, you through John, just wanted to be in the spotlight. Do you still feel, or you said that John just wanted to be in the spotlight. Do you still feel that way since he is again dating someone on camera?
My turn. Excuse me. I'm still speaking. Well, do I think that he wants to be in the spotlight? Was that your question? Is that the question?
Yes.
Do we have that clear?
Yes.
My turn. I'm speaking, please.
Okay, you have the floor.
Yes, I do think that he wants to be in the spotlight. Thank you for asking and finally letting me answer.
All right. Well, we interviewed John and Alexis this season, and I want to share his thoughts on a couple of these topics. Here's what John had to say about his relationship with Alexis. And then we see them sitting there. She is dressed like Lady Bird Johnson, and he's there like in midlife crisis outfit. So he's like
100% sitting there like, I'm here to support my husband, the president, against these horrible allegations.
So he's like, I want everyone to know our relationship is real. It happened organically. I saw her giant boobs, and I just wanted to motorboat her all night long. As someone who owns a boat, it was nice to actually be the boat.
I saw her completely non-organic everything, but the love happened organically. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I was single. I was single a year before we met. And Shannon's like, I'm sorry, I don't have a paper bag to breathe into, so I'm just going to use Gina's dress. Gina? Oh my God, is this polyurethane? I can't. Does anybody have something I can breathe into?
Too many toxins from Gina's dress. Oh God, Gina, I'm just going to clutch your hand until it turns blue.
Am I growing polyester out of my ears? Gina, get that away from me.
So we go back to the video, and it's Alexis being like, you know, although other people have other things to say, we know the truth. The truth is out there. Just do your research. So then John is like, and we weren't looking. I wasn't looking either. I just wanted to be single. And then I just saw two very big, round, plump orbs bouncing around in the quiet woman. And I said, the search is over. You were with me all along.
I thought there's a woman who will probably go to 2 churches with me instead of just one. Let's make this happen. Never forget that. Oh, we go to 2 churches now. That's right. We go to service at his, and then we go to service at mine too.
Oh yeah,
we're super good Christians. Yeah,
because like one was like the rock and roll church, right?
Well, they're just so Jesus-y that they need 2 churches. they're that much better than everybody else, you know.
These last several months with Alexis have taught me if we can make it through all of the chaos and negativity that people are throwing at us, we can still motorboat.
Wow, well, that's exciting because he told me that too. Well, he didn't say motorboat. He said I can paddle if I really wanted to. So that's great. She upgraded to a motorboat. This is not hilarious. I'm dying slowly over here. If anybody wants to see an incredible shrinking woman, she's over here.
If anyone wants to find out about the ending of Wicked, here I am, melting in water. Just drop a house on me, too. Why don't you do all the things you do to the witches? Just, I'll take it.
Oh, what? Are we going to move the house? Want you to see my shoes? Are we?
No.
Want you to see my shoes? Will you be selling my shoes?
Hell, we might as well start calling Alexis Dorothy, because apparently she likes to steal shoes and use them for her own purposes.
Loves to hang around with a little bitch. Tell Toto hi.
That slut took a tin ban on a scarecrow.
So Andy's like, so there's a narrative online that you were dating John to get back on the show. And she's like, well, you know, I'm in the middle of that, but still, you know, I have internet. It's our internet, mine and Johnny J's. We have the same internet. And Shannon's like, wow, John was texting me. He loved me 2 months before he met you. And then we see a text from John Jansen to Shanoni Benoni Bedori from 9/19/2023. And it says, I'm sorry I've upset you. Not my intent. I hope you can get some rest, and I'll see you plenty tomorrow. I love you. Less than 3, which means heart.
I love you less than 3% of my heart.
Knowing him, he put that in there so he could be like, it says less than 3, Shannon.
Or he's saying, tomorrow you get to eat a number 3.
That's a little Pac-Man.
I've got a number 3 in my purse. Oh, Jesus Christ. How many tacos can that woman fit in one bag?
No 3. So Andy is like, well, so he said he was single for a year. Is that what he said? And Alexis is like, you know, he admitted it. And by the way, like being friends with benefits, like that's okay. Like you were a friend with benefits. It's fine. I'm like okay with that. Like my benefit is that I have free access to trampoline parks.
Wait, you were single for a year?
And Alexis is like, friends with benefits, just move on from it, Shannon. Just move on. And she's like,
Well, we got back together, didn't we?
she goes, who cares, Shannon? Nothing matters except for November 18th. And Emily's like, they were in a relationship for 5 years. You guys say they were friends with benefits after 5 years? They weren't lawyers. I mean, I'm a lawyer.
You were not in a relationship for 5 years, okay? He broke up with you, like, I think, like, within the first 6 months of you guys dating, and it's just all been a fiasco ever since then. That's what he told me. Gina's like,
No, he was like texting her, I love you.
She goes, well, I asked him the day because I knew you were going to see this. And Gina's like, wait, how do you know everything that happened before you were there? And she's like, well, he broke up with you the day after Thanksgiving 2022. So, God, also a classy guy. I love that Alexis keeps thinking she's bringing all this evidence. I also bought him $1,000 shoes. Also, he dumped you the day after Thanksgiving.
I know.
Like, is this supposed to be making him look better? You're just making him look more and more shitty. You know,
I
Shittier and
know.
shittier, as it were.
And then Gina's like, oh, you're a time traveler. She's a time traveler.
I'm like, well, that doesn't really make sense, but that's
Could
fine.
you go back and ask me to change my confessional dress from the season? Actually, probably 3 of them. I would appreciate that.
Wow, where we're going, we don't even need roads because we are time traveling.
Actually, with this group, it's probably good we don't need roads.
Shannon, you drunk drove the time machine. How'd we end up here? Oh, God, now I've got a scarlet letter on me. This is ridiculous.
Oh, God, David Bedore is the king of a gambling empire now.
David
come
Bedore's
on.
her Biff.
Huh?
David Bedore is her Biff.
If Barney eats one more chip in front of... Hey, Shannon, how you doing over there? Honey,
David Bedore's
I took one of the lemons from the bowls.
David Bedore's like, dear, I hate manure. So
General horse poop.
isn't that like Biff's big thing? I hate manure.
Oh,
Right?
I don't remember. I have to miss Barney Rubble. So I was
I'm
like,
going
what does
down a
Barney
path.
Rubble have to do with manure?
I'm going down a path I really shouldn't be going down. We've got work to do. We got work to do.
So Shannon's like, we got back together in April. And Alexis is like, Andy, they can not all 3 gang up on me. This is between us. And I'm not taking a 3 gang up on, okay?
I love that. 3 gang up on.
And she goes, the bullies, Tweedledee and Tweedledum can move away and let me handle it. Now, Emily doesn't even care that she was just called a bully. She goes, you know what? Don't you ever call me dumb. I'm a smart bully, you dumb bitch. You're dumb. You're the dumbest girl I've ever seen. I've never met someone as dumb as you in my entire life.
When does someone break the news to to Emily that Tweedledum is actually part of is a proper name? It's not actual DUMB, but the fact that you say that, like with the fact that she projects the dumb onto the Tweedledum, is kind of the dumbest thing you can do.
I can add a B if I want to.
Don't you ever call me a Tweedle either while we're at it. No, but I think she was just looking for an excuse to go at Alexis because, like, she said Tweedledum, and it like takes a few seconds. Emily's just sitting there, and she's like, "Wait a second, this is a way in. Don't you ever fucking call me dumb? I've got a new hip. Do dumb people get new hips? No, they stick with their old ones. It's called updating for the future. You dumb fucking bitch, horse slut."
How can I be dumb when I have a smart hip? I get Bluetooth on this thing. Hold on, stop playing. Stop playing. Not right now.
It's hands-free.
Not right now. Oh, God, now it's going off again. Please, no one say her word.
Her hip is just like, the temperature is 85 degrees. Quiet, I didn't ask you.
Excuse me, Hip, can you please bring me receipt for John Jansen?
I'm sorry. I cannot do that while you're driving.
I'm not driving.
Please blow into this.
Oh, God damn it.
It's hip to be square.
A Bluetooth hip with Siri inside.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
Emily's like, you're an idiot. Don't call me dumb. And Shannon goes, oh, you are an idiot. You don't even know what a complaint is. And Emily's like, you're the dumbest girl I've ever met. She goes, oh, what, are you going to hit me now? And I'm like, no, I don't want to hit you.
That she tried to pull what Tamara did before on their vacation. It's just like she's gonna like gaslight violence into it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, you know what? Don't hit me. Ow! You just hit me. She's like, I'm like didn't even literally hit you.
Alexis is so pathetic. She's just coming up with random lies now.
That's
I never
Emily's
lie,
like-
Andy. I never lie.
Alexis is like, I'm not dumb. Okay, I graduated with a degree, also baby cakes. And I was like, shut up. And she goes, oh, really? Where'd you graduate from? University of Slut. And Alexis is like, I graduated with a degree, so you can shush it because I have a degree. Oh, actually, sorry. Degree deodorant. I own Degree deodorant.
I
Same
wear it
thing
into my
though.
armpits. And Emily's like, what degree? Because I know a lot of dumb people with a college education. And Andy's like, I just want to have Shannon and Alexis respond to this. So Al Snore says that he was single for a year. And Shannon's like, right, well, we broke up after Thanksgiving, the day after. The day after. That's what I said, Alexis. November 22. That's Alexis. There was turkey served. Well, I don't remember.
I have a degree. I have a degree in post-Thanksgiving dates. So don't try to even come for me with this. Don't do a 3-person gang on. So then Shannon's like,
Okay, well, we still did things. We still went on trips together. We did things together. We would go buy Ferragamo shoes together, mainly for him. He would go to Costa Mesa, and I would show up, and I'd be like, how much do you need, sweetie? And he'd be like, get me 5. And I'd be like, okay, this is a gift from me. Don't worry, you never have to pay me back, because that's how I am. And then we would have sex afterwards.
But not in a relationship, I guess. And she says that they even went to the Family Feud weekend together when the OC housewives were on. But that's serious. That's really serious.
that's when.
And I'm wondering if this was the trip where she went and took the whole family and they stayed in the London hotel or whatever. But she's like,
it probably was. Also, by the way, is Family Feud just destroying relationships on Bravo? You know, Summer House went on there. Carl and Lindsay done. Vanderpump Rules go on there. Sandoval, Ariana, need I say more? And now we have Shannon and John Jansen. Family Feud is truly living up to its name. All this time, we thought it was just this fun show, Steve Harvey. But I would like to do some forensic accounting on all these nameless families that come through and see how many of them are still together. Because I guarantee you, based on the Bravo track record, all these families have been destroyed.
Well, I think
this
that's
show.
definitely a show where you really realize how much you hate the other person. You're like, wow, I always thought he was kind of dumb, but God, he's a fucking idiot.
Exactly.
You know?
Because there's like when you get to that bonus round and you wind up with only 188 points out of 200, it's like, why did you answer turkey for the question? Your favorite type of car.
Yeah. Favorite type of car. Exactly.
Name an airline.
Divorce.
Name an airline that you wouldn't want to find yourself on. It's like cherry pie. It's like, what?
No, I'm sorry. Can I take that back? Mustache. Survey says you're a fucking moron. Can't believe you have a wife. Please leave. So a picture of Shannon and John from that weekend at Family Feud appears on the screen, and they look so happy. And cuts back to Alexis, and she goes, yeah, okay, but did he ever ask you to be his girlfriend? And they're like, oh my God, what are you, 5?
Even Tamara is like, what are we in kindergarten? And so Alexis,
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I'm going to tell my therapist that tomorrow.
So Alexis is like, you know what? I broke up with my ex, and also we like kept on talking for like a few months too. So like because you do love somebody, and like you just don't get over people that fast. You just don't get over it. I mean, like free access to a trampoline park, it's hard to give that up. So there is like a breakup time. Doesn't mean you're still together though.
Okay, but they were taking trips together. And they
were going to
smiling as a
Family
couple.
Feud together.
And he's texting her, I love you. I think you were the other woman, Alexis. I think he was kind of doing you both.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but do you send a text late at night that says, survey says, I love you to someone you're not dating? I don't think so.
Survey says Southwest. The question was, what kind of cat would you fly to Vegas if you had the opportunity?
We were talking about that Family Feud weekend at Thanksgiving, and I was laughing about how I really messed up that bonus round. And then John turned to me and said, maybe you wouldn't have messed it up if you weren't such a mean person. And we broke up the next day. Really did destroy our relationship.
And Shannon's like,
But we were being intimate. And by intimate, I mean I was buying him shoes. He was sticking his penis into them, and then he was calling me fat in the morning.
and Emma's like, yo, how are you, Tamara? How are you even friends with this woman? And Tamara's like,
She's got a big heart. Really, really huge. It's that big.
and Emily's like, no, she doesn't.
She does. She does. It's just this John stuff.
She's a fucking Emily. She's a fucking idiot, Tamara.
You're friends with her.
We were socially friends.
You're the one who brought her on the show.
And she's like, well, I regret it. So we find out it was Emily. I don't think so. Because we've never heard that before. And even I think she was just the one who was saying on the show, like, oh, I brought Alexis back on. right?
Yeah, I don't know. That was a surprise to me. I thought it was Tamara that brought her back. I don't remember. I have to go back to
I
the
think
first
it's
episode.
Tamara, but then Tamara said it wasn't, and she said it was Heather, right? Wasn't it Heather who got her on?
Ooh, I don't know. I think Heather probably advocated for it. Heather probably liked it, but Emily just said it right here. She said, "Yeah, I brought her on." I mean,
Yeah,
there was
but I don't know if she actually brought her on or if she was just like the one who, you know how they always
Right,
have
like
the
she's the one
housewives. It's
who's-
like, this is my friend. Huh?
Right. Yeah. So then Heather goes, shh. Heather shushes them. Quiet. My turn to listen. So Andy's like, Alexis, okay, hold up. If you're single for a year, you're not going on trips with your ex and being intimate. No, Andy, you can. Okay. We surveyed 100 people and there was only one correct answer. The answer is survey says single.
Oh, but after 4 years, you're not friends with benefits, though.
And Tamara's like,
Yeah, well, he picked her up from jail and took care of her for 10 days after. Look at that. I stuck up for Shannon. Is it okay, America? Forgive me, America. I'm a good
Forgive me,
person.
America. Forgive me. I did also mention once again that Shannon went to jail. Stupid bitch. She went to jail. But I stood up for
I
her.
couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
Okay, the DUI. Okay, the DUI. So Snuggles from the Bear says, what exactly is Shannon doing to John that is so bad that it's ruining his reputation? What am I missing? You keep speaking in codes. Yeah, that's a good question, Snuggles.
no,
What
really
is she
speaking in
doing?
codes? Well, 5972 star. Was that an actual code? Was she asking for my door code? No. Why are you speaking in codes? I don't know what you mean. Well, Shannon knew it was a loan. That's one thing that she did. Okay, so it's just about this lawsuit. Well, no, lying because she lied and she never knew it was a loan. That's number one. Okay, and then lying because
that hurting John, though?
He paid or she paid for everything. Lying that he paid. You know what I'm saying.
I don't know how that's hurting John though. It's just
And then when you go through receipts, and John spent almost $500,000 in the so now it's $500,000 in the
that's
relationship.
360, but that's okay. No, I have it. It's 380,000 plus 75,000 plus another 200,000 for storytelling purposes. And he's like, all right, okay. Well,
So stupid. What is she talking about? If John had any money, Shannon wouldn't have shown up wearing a Ziploc bag as a weave last year. Okay? Sean did not have any money. You're never going to get me to believe otherwise. I do not believe you, ma'am.
I agree.
Knots from Barry says, Tennessee, why did you assume these lump sums were gifts? They seemed incredibly generous when given how contentious your relationship seemed to.
Are you just using so many syllables to confuse me? Because I'm going to need a moment.
we were still together then. Okay, let me explain this by putting my hands forward like I'm catching rain, and then I'm going to open them wide so the rain goes through my hands, then close them back again. Okay, and then I'm going to sort of scoop it all towards you with my hands. All right, so we were still together then, and that was midway through. And Alexis like, okay, well, you know what, your hand movements are very scary to me. Okay, and by the way, like one of those loans where you were together, and like one of them you were broken up. She's like, oh, you know what, can you zip
your flipping mouth? Zip your flipping mouth.
Okay, I'm not going to do a three-person gang on.
All right, let her speak. Excuse me.
Not you, Heather. My turn. We're literally not talking about you. You already attacked Katie pretty savagely last episode. My turn. Still me.
Well, why are you saying that to let her speak? You don't do that for me, Andy. And I was like, Jesus Christ, how are you friends with her? And I'm just like, well, I'm going to do it for both of you then, Alexis, okay?
Okay, so you thought they were gifts. You were together.
And Shannon's like, well,
In my belief, it was just he owned a sliver of a percentage of his company.
so he was the largest owner, Alexis. He's rich.
Let her speak.
Well, oh my God, he wasn't the largest owner. Everyone else got 55 million and he got 5.
Okay, Alexis, just let her talk. You got it. My turn. Let her talk. She's like, sorry. Shannon's like, sorry. So Alexis is like, you don't even know. You just want to. All you want to do is just say these things. Alexis, come on, let her speak. God damn! Like we just had this conversation. I'm gonna let you speak.
oh my God, have you even been together a year? Because every detail I know about John.
And she's like, well, we've seen each other's bank accounts forensically.
Oh, geez, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. I'm saying it quietly because I'm in therapy now, kind of. About to be. I'm in pre-therapy right now. Right now, I'm just cutting toothpicks out.
Okay, we're getting married, so you can just like butt out, or so just move on. There's the stage door, Shannon Bador, and there's the camera, Tamra, and there's a feather, Heather. Look how I'm on a roll now. Hey, and there's a lady, Katie, and there's a. Oh God. Okay, you could do Emily. You could do it. There's a VHS copy of the movie Amelie. Emily. Okay, who's left? Okay, Jen. Hey. There's a pig pen, Jen. And there's a.
Hey, my favorite plant is a fern. My turn. Nailed it.
She was like, I feel bad. I didn't get one.
Sorry, we forgot you were there, Gina. So let me understand. I understand that she's dating John, right? I get it. But she did have a long relationship with John. Like she had not 1 minute to be sad, you know? Like I said, Shannon, have you had a chance to feel bad? And she said, no. I said, have you had a chance to feel sad? And she said, no. I said, you know what? I feel so bad and so sad. And she said, thank you. You know, and then watching that montage of how happy you guys are and all of that, it's like very difficult for her. And it would be very difficult for anybody, okay? Look at poor Shannon over here. Shannon, look at her. Droopy, sad, makeup running down her face. Nobody knows who did her hair today. She's missing a shoe. She's missing a tooth.
I'm not missing a tooth.
Well, kind of. In my head. When I think back on you, I always think of you kind of toothless. Is that weird?
I may be homeless, but I'm not toothless. Like, okay, well, Andy, I think the best thing that we have to do to save this relationship going forward, I think we should build a wall in the middle of this set. Does anyone mind if I divide the set in half with a wall? I feel bad.
I feel bad. There's going to be a curtain right here. My kids are going to be living on the other side of that. No one minds, right?
Alexis, did you hear what Gina said? Did Gina just finally get through to you? And Alexis is like, yes. All right. And I was surprised. I did not think you were going to say yes. Also, Emily, what is your take on the promissory note that John gave? Does it technically make it a loan? Ah, no, attorney at law speaking. You can't send a promissory note after the fact. It can't be retroactive. Then we would all do that. The only way you could make that work would be if you had a time machine. 1.1 gigawatts. I feel bad.
By the way, you'll get it back. And Alexis is like, John sent me a text. I sent the loan documents the next day. And we see a text from John. And it's like, I sent you a simple loan document. And Shannon wrote back, I sent you a heartfelt email the other night and would like for us to come to a resolution. And the next day she answered, and I've seen it with my own eyes. And it said, I sent you a heartfelt email, and then says, this is not a business transaction, John. This is a loan between a girlfriend and boyfriend of 2.5 years. And then we see the email, the bombshell email from Shannon on the screen saying, thank you for wiring me the money this afternoon. Your generosity is greatly appreciated. I don't know what to say about your request for me to sign a promissory note, something that was never discussed. And I'm caught off guard by the timing. I don't need to pay in installments.
So it sounds like it was not acknowledged to be a loan when she received it, because she's like, what? A promissory
She literally
note?
said something that was never discussed, and I'm caught off guard by the timing. So
and then she says,
you just proved her point, Alexis, you big, dumb, fucking monster
yes.
face.
And then Shannon continues to write, I am incredibly insulted, not necessarily by you, but by the fact that they added oat milk to my latte. I am an anti-Otist, as we all know. And the addition of 10% interest rate on this promissory note and a $50 late fee leaves me speechless. Hashtag Ferragamos. Hashtag look down at your feet. Hashtag that was me who did that. So this is not a business transaction. This is a loan between a girlfriend and a boyfriend of 2.5 years. So
dun.
It's like clear that
now the proof has changed to prove that Shannon did acknowledge that it was a loan.
So like in my mind, she probably never thought this was going to turn into a legal situation. So when she said this is a loan between a girlfriend and a boyfriend, I don't think that she even meant like like a formal loan that needs to be paid back. I mean, I shouldn't be speaking for her, I know, but it sounds like the way that she is so shocked by all this stuff, she's like, whoa, this isn't like a formal loan or anything. This is like, you're just like lending me some money to get this thing done. So she is now, her poor use of language is being used against her. It makes it sound like she's saying like, no, this was 100% a proper loan. But I honestly personally still think it's a gift. It's a gift.
Let's see what John says about it. So John's like, Shannon needed money to pay her bills in her times of need, and she came to me for loans. I said, Shannon, I'm going to help me. And this quote, I said, Shannon, you know how volatile our relationship is? Even if you come to hate me, you have to pay me back. And in tearful voice, she said, of course I will, John. The first loan of $40,000, her promise to me. And Shannon was like,
Shannon, stop. Sorry. God, your outfits are terrible.
She said that she would pay it back in 2 months, and I actually sent her a promissory note. And people need to understand the relationship was really volatile. I mean, it was so horrific. You don't even know how horrific it is. It's almost like she was protecting me all these years. Oh, the slander that this woman has against me. Anyway, if we go to trial, there's no doubt in my mind we will win. Collecting the money from Shannon could be another story. I'm like, listen, you don't get to say how terrible how up and down this relationship was for all these years, and we're only finding out about it now. I don't think, and then you're going to say that there should be a non-disparagement clause. Like earlier they said, she was protecting you. This is like news to us that it was so volatile. Until last year when she was like,
Well, sometimes we have arguments that paralyze me, but who doesn't?
I'm sorry for being paralyzed. He's gross. So look, it does sound like she said, okay, fine, it's a loan or whatever. But ultimately, I'm still Team Shannon because the way he's going about this and dating Alexis and then having Alexis chase her around on camera. And then, of course, they magically settled right after the reunion aired and he doesn't need any more fucking attention.
Exactly.
They settled this like immediately after. So fuck off, you attention whore. You two need to ride off into the sunset and just be trashed together.
Yeah. Be trashed together.
They won't last, but still. No, he'll dump her. He's going to dump her in 2 seconds. I'm surprised he hasn't yet. He's going to wait to see if she gets a contract. And when she doesn't, he's going to be like, bye.
Yeah.
So, Shannon, what is your reaction to that? It's insane to me. I don't want to tear up because John Jansen isn't worth any tears. So I am going to cry. But it's like I'm in the freaking Twilight Zone. I mean, this is like, oh my God, there was a person on the wing of this reunion. Everyone believe me. There's someone outside that window. God.
And Emily's saying, well, honestly, I don't understand. She made a full offer. If it was about the money and it was a loan, she goes, a full offer with a non-disparagement agreement, which was still filming, which when the show would have aired, she could have said 7 more lies about him and he could never have had any chance to talk. Oh my God.
But then you address it at the reunion where there's a lawyer present, me. And then Gina's like, oh my God, well, like, why didn't he wait to sue her until after that? And Shannon's like, yeah, well, he said it was a statute of limitations. And I said, you're a man of limitations, emotional. And so Gina's like, oh, is there a statute of limitations? Oh my God, I didn't know that. How long did it take to make that? A statute, not a statue. Jesus.
It kind of makes me crazy that Emily keeps yelling about how she's a lawyer, but doesn't argue against this statute of limitations thing, which is obvious bullshit to me. I mean, I need proof that there is a statute of limitations that's a year or whatever.
I know.
That's crazy.
I mean, I thought most statutes of limitations are like years and years and years. So even if this happened early in the relationship, it's what, like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, I do not believe you people. So Andy's like, well, I guess the question is, the show's over. We're at the reunion. She's offered the money. Why not accept the money? And Alexis is like, fine, offer it again then. Offer it again. Oh, fuck. I'm like, this woman is terrible. This woman is terrible. And Shannon's like, oh, really? Well, according to my attorney, you think you're going to get the full amount if he wants more? And you had your chance. You had your flipping chance. And you can tell John I said the same thing. Watch this 10 walk by you.
May I speak? Okay, my turn. Andy, I have a question. Jen and Katie, you guys have been very close with Alexis all season long. Still me. And even after the season, you guys post a lot of pictures and whatnot. My turn still. Can you speak to anything for her?
This is funny of Heather because she's the one totally sticking up for Alexis, but she's like, okay, these two are looking good at the reunion, and I didn't slam Katie as badly as I wanted, so let's just throw them under the bus. It's like, so you're best friends with Alexis, although it does work because this diminishes Jen and Katie for me. I'm like, gross. You guys went through this whole season, and now you're hanging out with Alexis? Bad move. It's like a very newbie thing to be like, oh, really? The OGs are going to exclude us? Then fine. We'll just be our own housewives and we'll see. We'll show them that we have a real friendship. You are teaming up with the wrong bird. Wrong bird.
Wrong bird. New hip, wrong bird. By the way, Ronnie, I just noticed that we are 100% matching today. We are literally wearing this. Look at us.
Oh, my God.
So funny.
We're maroony banoonies. I love it.
Maroony banoonies.
That's
so
funny.
Katie's like, well, I think I understood a lot more when she talked about the non-disparagement. He wanted to speak truth after this aired, but I see both sides. I'm like Joni Mitchell. I see both sides now, and it's just really hard to be in the middle of this. I see her hurting, and I'm thinking, God, I wish I could be playing golf right now instead.
Brilliantly, because I'm really a good golf player. Cut to Katie. Whoops. Guess I'm not really a very good golf
Maybe
player.
not so good.
What if he signed a non-disparagement at the beginning of the season? She wouldn't say anything the rest of the season. This doesn't make sense. But what she's saying, and I hate standing up for Alexis, but I think what Alexis is saying is they probably would try not to count that as disparagement because they were still shooting. So by the time they aired it, they would be like, well, we already shot that. So nothing, that doesn't count, but
she said, well, nobody knows that. Nobody knows what she's going to say. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know that? She would have signed a thing. And then you could have sued her again. I'm like, you love suing. You could have had another lawsuit if she's disparaged you.
Oh, really? You think he wants to do that? You think he wants to be in another lawsuit? Yes, I do. Because it would get him another season of this show. And you know it. And you want another lawsuit too. You probably trip on sideway cracks all the time. She's one of those who just tries to sue.
And she's like, he just wants his $75,000 back. And I was like, but that doesn't make sense. She would not have been able to talk about it or him. And so Jen's like, okay. And I asked John at dinner. I said, first of all, thank you so much. And then I said, John, would you ever wear denim with paint splatter all over it? No? Okay. I was just hoping to build some consensus about this. All right, well. And then I said, John, the timing, it just looks so bad. You and Alexis are together. And now we're on the show. Why are you seeking this money now, John? And can I have a little bit of it?
Yeah, the timing really did. It just looks strange. I mean, it was just so planted. It was just so planted, Andy. I said that a long time ago. You said that very late into the season too, and it was because this lady smarted off to you. You were totally fine with her pulling all these shenanigans more than half the season, Emily. So let's stop trying to come in like last minute hero, like you've been on the right side of history this whole time. You didn't get mad at Alexis till she made some little smart ass comment, and now you're going scorched earth at her because she didn't stand up for you on the size 12 comments in that fashion show. So please.
So we see this clip and Emily's like, why did you guys wait until we were filming? And Alexis is like, well, it has nothing to do with the filming. Okay. It has nothing to do with filming whatsoever. I mean, were cameras on right now? Did he get an erection every time I said we're going to go shoot right now? Maybe, but like he just wants his money back. It just happens to be now. Like, our cameras up? Yeah. So be it. Does he want his money back? Yeah. Is he going to get his money back? Yeah. You're being really defensive right now. Yeah.
Do you know what forensic accounting is? Yeah. Do I? Not really. No.
Do you have a degree? Yeah.
So then Jen cut back and Jen's like, well, I don't know. He explained it to me. He said, there's a statue that has limitations. And I said, well, it's because the rest of them are hard, but they can't put boners on statues. And he said, no, not statues, statutes. I said, I don't know what you mean. Why would you misspell statues? That's not nice to the statue. Be kind to the statue. Thank you, statues. Thank you for everything you do. I wouldn't have even know who donated that park.
I mean, just because Venus de Milo is missing her arms does not mean that she's limited. I don't know why people keep saying that. So Alexis is like, he had.
I love that she thinks the statues are limited because they have little wieners that can't get hard. Yes, Jen.
Small
my made up
wieners.
Jen. You're my kind of girl right there.
You know what? He had 2 days to decide. And Emily's like, then why didn't he just ask for the money when he broke up for her? He's like, well, he did. The attorneys were in negotiations. That's what she's leaving out. He was single for a year, and during that time, the attorneys were having negotiations with him. It all makes sense to me right now. And like, she's deciding to leave out the most pertinent information, that they were in negotiations.
You see, I said pertinent. College. That's called college
Pertinent.
right there. Puritan.
It's also my favorite shampoo. It's like, no, that's just pert.
So Alexis, so Shannon's like,
No, when John broke up with me both times, if I owed him money, you say, hey, by the way, there's a loan outstanding. And he never said it.
oh, so when you broke up, there was no conversation? And Alexis is like, nope, they were in negotiations before they ever got together, or I was on the show. So, or before we got together, or I was ever on the show. And she's like, she got a demand letter in January. So,
Oh my God. She got a demand letter for the loan in January when we were filming.
And that was after we broke up. John had never asked me to pay him either amount ever.
And Andy's like, okay, so there's been a lot of conversation about the videos and the videos possibly being used as some kind of extortion. Here's what John had to say about that. Let me be perfectly clear on the videos. It was my intent for no one to ever see them, unless, of course, I needed to release them if I wasn't paid. I'm not saying it was extortion. I'm just saying no one's going to see them unless you don't pay me.
for
That's
free.
it.
Yeah. There's no, it's not extortion. It's just what I'm saying, no free rides. You know what I mean? Do you have to pay when you go see a movie, Andy? You do. You do, right? So Heather's like, then why keep them? Aha! And John, cut back to John. He's like, it was extremely traumatic night for me, my 2 adult children. And it's very unfortunate that Shannon has not taken accountability for traumatizing my adult children and the people that she harmed that night. And I would say if Shannon would like to, I would. The person I would show the videos to would be
With me in
Shannon.
the room. With me in the room. Okay.
With
Okay,
Alexis
guess what?
in the room so she can touch
Someone
her
with a
cross
degree
and
has
rub
to
it.
be in the room. And I have got a degree.
I want Alexis to be there rubbing her double crucifix as we watch the video. Really bring it home. And it would be Shannon Bedore so she could see what a monster she was that night. Oh, God. Well, I hope you're watching this video right now to see what a douchebag you are tonight.
John Jansen's so traumatized by Shannon crashing into a house, and Shannon's the one with blood coming down her face. Shannon's the one who has to deal with a DUI, nationally, publicly shamed, and go through all the things, and perhaps rightfully so. But it's John who is the victim of trauma because she punched him or something like that, which is what we find out later. But no, I don't condone violence, but I'm also imagining you trying to pull the trauma card when Shannon's the one who's been going through all this shit. I don't know. It just doesn't land well with me. Probably like Shannon's punch.
Hello there. This is a 2-part recap, okay? This is the end of part 1. So thank you so much for listening to this. Just come back a little later for part 2.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King. It's always automatic with Ashley Auto.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Put your hands together for Carly Clapp.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offit.
Dana C. Dana Do.
Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas. Jamie, she has no last namey. You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know Your Worth with Jason Kurth.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson.
Rigging the Funk, it's Leslie Plunkett.
She gets a name from us. It's Lindsay D.
Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino.
Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
We love her on the rocks. It's Melissa Cox.
Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
Have a heck of a time with Rebecca.
The highest tally, it's Sarah McNally.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman. The Bay Area Betches. Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender.
She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters. She eases our woes, it's Melissa St. Rose.
Give him hell, Miss Noel. Ring that bell for Rachel. She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke. Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.